Why is it spicy? Because that's entertaining. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I do believe we are live and we are back in action and we are streaming and doing things and stuff and saying hello to all of you beautiful people. If you didn't know where you're at, you're on Brothers in Arms Podcast on twitch.tv/Brothers in Arms Podcast. It is the 8th of October in the year of our Lord 2023, episode number 129. Yes, we are back. Hello, everybody. Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening.
Hi.
It's so spicy.
That's so spicy.
Why is it spicy?
Oh man, that's
Yep.
good stuff. I've missed you guys. I really have.
No, it's been a minute
It's been too
considering
long.
we've been
Too long.
we've all been kind of scattered to the winds here.
Literally. Actually, I'm gonna look up when our last show was.
September the 16th.
Thank you very much for that, Alex.
You're welcome.
So it's been almost a month. And we're back. And what a good thing it is to be back with you guys. So our last episode, we're up to 10 downloads on our last episode. Rock and roll. To
That's
those
cool.
That our faithful 10. I introduced our podcast to a friend of ours, an officer friend, and he looked at the first episode and he looked at the last episode and he goes, "So you fart now?" I was like, well, he started reading the show
No.
notes and he was like, "It's going to be that kind of podcast, isn't it?" I was like, "Yeah, yeah, that's pretty much it." So, so
That's how you
welcome
know
to
it.
the party, new listener. Very glad you're here. So, for those not in the know, our last episode was titled "Also I Fart Now." Hi, Grandma. By the way.
Hi, Grandma.
Hi, Grandma.
But yeah, here we
It's
are.
too funny.
Yeah, I've missed you guys. So, what's happening? So much has happened in a month, and I want to hear it, but I also am afraid to hear some of it. So, reverse order.
Sure.
All right,
Yes.
Alex,
I'm
talk
all
to us,
down.
bud.
Well, for me, it's been kind of an interesting week. The last time we talked, I was on nights.
Ooh,
So I was working, pretty much every evening, Sunday night to Thursday night, for about 10 hours at a time.
Hmm.
And I'm about a week away from going back on to nights again.
A week away.
A week away.
Hmm.
Yep.
A week away.
In the shipyard. The mighty shipyard.
The mighty shipyard.
Yeah.
Week away, a week away, a week away.
There we go. There's
Thank
one.
you.
So yeah, no, I've been working pretty much nights, and then I got back, and I've told you guys that I'm no longer in charge of a plant, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But
So
yes.
so my job essentially was I was a professional cat herder, right? My job was to make sure that all of the guys who work for me, show up where they're supposed to be, do the jobs that they're supposed to do, the right uniform, haircuts, all that fun jazz. A whole lot went into that, maintenance schedules, personnel schedules. Pretty much like I'm running the lives essentially of about 30 people.
Hmm.
So,
Like fun.
oh, it was terrible. I mean, I had plenty of help. I had a chief that was right in the trenches with me, so we had a pretty good time between the two of us. But it needed to be time for someone else to be able to have that job in order to claim that on their eval and all of that. And quite honestly, I needed a little bit of a break.
Yeah, amen to that.
So they allowed me to move, and I work in a work center of about 10 people.
Okay.
And my job is basically I deal with books, No joke, I am a librarian, folks.
It's just your dream job.
It is, in fact, my dream job. So I sit down there and I make sure that we have positive confirmation of all of the confidential material that is on the boat. Ultimately, it is my job and responsibility to make sure that it's where it's supposed to be. So,
So, do you have like a little stamp book where you check things out and all that shit? Let's go.
yep,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's like I even have, oh, this person checked this book out. It was checked out by this person in the office type situation. Like everything has to know where it's supposed to be going. So everything has to be tracked. I've got a little courier card that says I can take confidential material on and off the boat.
Ooh.
So like if I have to go take something down the street and go talk to the big wigs that work way down where, I have my little card that says I'm allowed to take this off the boat. It's kind of fun. Yep. So
He's a card carrying member. Let's go. Do you hold
As
it in
he's
front of
walking
you?
down the street with it in his hand.
That's right.
yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time. So like walking across the quarterdeck, I have stuff that's like stamped confidential. I'm just like, I'll see you guys later. Frisco Shore. And they're like, what? Oh wait, hold on. Okay, yeah, you're good to go.
Because you have the card.
Because I have
He's
the card.
legal.
Wow. Are you legal?
Are you
Are you
legal?
legal?
Are you legal? So it's good fun. But I've been doing that for a couple of weeks now, and yeah, got to go to the chief pinning ceremony. So all the Navy chiefs all are officially chiefs now. They're no longer chief selects. So I got to go and support a couple of my friends in that, and
Awesome.
get some good pictures. And then, in all honesty, boys, like the majority of my life has been, I go to Friday Night Magic on Fridays.
Mm.
Yeah.
We know that brings you so much joy.
Oh, it does. It does. I was sharing with Patrick the astronaut that I built earlier. Yeah.
Yeah.
That good. That face rolly.
It's dirty.
It's pretty dirty.
Uh-huh.
So I
Sounds
love finding a
awesome.
rule and going, let's change that.
I can exploit that.
In fact, I can. So it's been
Let's see
interesting.
what happened.
But we've been doing stuff. It's been cooling off out here. So we got Caroline out on her bike today. That's been fun. Theo got on the bike that mom and dad got him for his birthday.
Aw.
So he's finally big enough. It's one of those little like small ones that has four wheels kind of, but they're like really close together.
Sure.
But it's like a push bike, so you sit on it, basically walk with it.
Can you eventually take two of the wheels off?
Well, I mean
Or is it like an axle that has a wheel on each side?
it's like an axle that has a wheel on each side.
Got it. Cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So
Excuse me.
it's been
We'd have
doing
gotten in
that.
so much trouble with that growing up.
Oh, dude. There.
how far will this thing ride on that?
Knowing us, we probably would have strapped some bottle rockets to it or something.
Just go. Just yeah.
I can imagine trying to find a hill and seeing how fast it would go.
Go baby go.
Downhill.
It's really low to the ground, so you'd be like your butt would be on it, your feet would be up. You'd be holding onto your feet to try and steer. Like, oh, it'd be great. I know what I'm gonna do today.
I need to read this out loud because this makes me laugh to no end.
Certainly.
Just because it's in the chat. Alex, your wife says instead of charging people 30-cent late fees, he gets to threaten them with prison.
Ooh.
Yep.
That is hilarious when you put it that way.
Wow. And you're not getting out of that with a can of soup.
Nope. That might get you $6 off at Six Flags, though.
Oh. Ooh.
That's fun.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's an interesting thing, right? Like it carries a lot of weight with it, but at the same time, like it seems kind of cheese. I don't know. It's fun though, like cheese.
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 Yeah.
Cheddar.
Spicy.
Jalapeno.
Yeah. But
So
it
I'm holding my microphone just in case anyone didn't notice.
Yeah, that's why you're getting the
do-
Doppler
do what
effect,
you-
ladies and gentlemen.
You getting the wobble, 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 wobble.
we
Yeah,
can
I don't
also
have that. I don't. Still sounds better than trying to use the built-in one.
It's true.
True.
We can also kind of
All
hear
wrong.
ourselves through it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Just a
the
little
sound bounces off the back wall and comes back.
Ooh.
It's great. Sorry, Brandy.
All right. I'll be mindful.
You're good.
Oh, it's us.
Hello.
See? There you go. Yeah. Reverb.
You got a reverb?
I got a
You got a
reverb.
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 Verb.
Oh, dice. Dice. Good place. Oh, man.
Yeah. That's
Well,
a bit about it.
Alex, from all of us to you, man, you definitely seem more yourself. You don't seem as burnt out, and for that I'm grateful.
Yeah.
For the job change. We joke about it being your dream job, but in my experience in leadership, a shift is helpful, and it definitely helps the mind, it helps the heart, it helps the body. I can't really say you're sleeping any better, are you?
No.
Okay. So it's not sleep, it's just your daily mentality is different. So
And getting to play
I'm
Magic
happy
on
for you.
Fridays.
Yeah. I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I've been doing some stupid stuff on Fridays.
Yeah. We're gonna have to do a side podcast. We'll have to do something where you can unload all of this in a He's, folks, you can't see it if you're just listening, but he is just like he's shaking a tail if he had one. So that's good stuff.
Let me show you how I destroyed everybody in the
I'm
game.
happy. I'm happy. I'm happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got new ideas, but I'll share those with you guys later.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Greg?
Oh, gentlemen, I have been. So obviously, I'm not in my normal place, as you can see.
Oh, that hand came out of nowhere.
Hello.
That was so weird. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, if you're listening, you're not seeing this, but Greg he's in a very dark space, and he's wearing a black hoodie and a black
Yes.
hat.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, a hand just showed up in the screen. It is not attached to anything. That's
Just
awesome.
comes out of the darkness.
I love it so much.
Yes. So I am living in the basement of a friend's house right now. Brandy
In
and
a
I are,
van
and the two dogs and the cat.
down by
No,
the
it's
river.
bigger. It's pretty big. Like it's not like we're in this like tiny little space. Like this room is this basement is honestly is probably as big as my my townhome. Like it's a nice size space. But we're staying here. We got another week. I have one more week finishing up here before it's off to California, the road trip of all road trips. For the final hurrah. I'll do one more duty station. I'm gonna finish out there and then I'll be able to retire.
That's awesome, man.
It is. It's very exciting.
That's awesome.
But everything up to this point, the last 2 weeks has been nothing but I got my house packed. And then that was an amazing experience in and of itself. Gentlemen, so not this Friday, but the Friday before, 2 Fridays ago was when
Okay.
they did the move. And the day of, I'm sitting there at the house. Brandy had to go to work, or no, it was, we were both at home that day. She took the day off. But we're hanging out there at the house, and 9:30 rolls around, and these two ladies come walking in, and or come up to the door, and they've got an entire collection of boxes, and they're just like, "Hi, we're here to pack your house." Okay. Now, mind you, the only things I had done, I had unplugged stuff from the wall. I had removed, removed things. So anything I had hanging up, I pulled down like pictures and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Did some cleaning, packed a few things, just some personal stuff, like things that I didn't want them to pack or things that I was taking with me. Things that Brandy and I wanted to hold on to, like Kate, like my computer. Like I pulled my laptop out of my bag. I brought that with me. It'll stay with me all the way from here to California. But that was it. And I proceeded to watch over the next 6 hours these two individuals pack my entire house from top to bottom.
That's insane.
Everything. Um,
What'd they do
if
with junk drawers?
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
they packed all of it.
It just goes in.
Did they like take the drawer out and just pack the drawer? Like, what'd they do?
Dump it
No,
in
no,
there.
no. Everything comes out and gets packed into a box.
Mm-hmm.
All of it.
Yep. Everything gets wrapped in paper too.
Yes.
Everything.
So,
I have.
and they also, so like, all of my bottles, wine bottles,
Sure.
any hard liquor that I had that was unopened, they could ship. So they packed all of that too. Just wrapped
So
everything up and packed it all into boxes. Packed
Yep.
my entire kitchen.
Yep. I have actually seen them put like a trash can that still had trash in it in a box.
Yes, they will. They will pack. They will pack your trash full of trash if you don't catch it. Actually, it was funny. So that was Friday, and then the following Wednesday or Tuesday, I can't remember, one of the two. I think it was Wednesday. Following Wednesday, because Wednesday was the 3rd, right?
yes.
Or yes, Thursday, Wednesday,
Wednesday.
Wednesday. So the
Day.
following, huh?
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Spicy.
Spicy.
So they came in, and so that day they came in. It was a different group of individuals, and these are the ones that actually put all of your stuff into the big boxes that get put onto a truck that'll ship them across the country or around the world or whatever else. And these guys took everything apart, packed all the boxes, all of my, packed all my bicycles, packed the dining room table, took the dining room table apart, wrapped it up, wrapped the cabinet, packed the cabinet. They packed everything. My entire house was emptied out, and all 7,000 pounds of it got all put into these boxes,
Holy
and
cow.
will get shipped cross country. And then when I get there, and once we make sure our place is good and say, hey, this is where we're going to live, and arrange our delivery, they'll show up and they'll take everything back out, unwrap everything, put it all back together.
They will do that too?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
they
if you decide to unpack it yourself, they will come by and pick up all of the boxes and the paper.
That's insane.
Yep.
it's wild. It's an absolute it was just watching. Yeah, Liz is exactly right. She says if they take it apart, they'll put it back together. So they broke they broke down our king size Tempur-Pedic bed. Took the mattress off, pulled the box stuff apart, like pulled everything apart and put it all And once it gets to the new place, they'll pull everything out and they'll put it all back together for us and arrange it. It's pretty neat.
That's amazing.
So yeah, so that all happened in this last week, and then I've been focused on like cleaning, cleaning stuff throughout the house. We went ahead and hired professional cleaners to come through and do a. They call it. They they have a thing. They call it. It's designed for folks that rent, and it's their move out clean. So they'll come in. The like 3 or 4 individuals will come into your house on prior to after you've cleaned you've gotten the house ready to move out, and they'll clean the house for moving out, and that means wiping down baseboards, cleaning out the fridge, cleaning the bathrooms, wiping down the cabinets. They made the house look like I didn't even live there.
Wow.
They cleaned everything from top to bottom, and the only thing I still have to do this week, so tomorrow, I was telling you guys earlier, so tomorrow I'm off. I don't have to go into work, but I gotta run some errands, and then I'm going to the house, and my boss lent me a rug doctor. Got the old doctor. I'm gonna take that
Rug.
and actually do the floors properly, and the carpets upstairs, and get them shampooed so they're nice and clean. And then that's it. That's the last, like, aside from some yard work in the backyard that I want to take care of. The house is cleaned and ready for the next whoever's going to rent it for me. So
That's impressive. It's magic.
it's been wild. It's been a everything's getting done. I have some final things to do this week with checking out. Checked out most of my stuff. I had a what? Keyboard in my drawers? Well, that's interesting.
What?
But no, I've got a few final things to take care of, and then we're gonna have like a final goodbye on, I think, Thursday at work. The Marines are gonna tell me see you later, and
Doing a hail and farewell.
yeah, do a little hail and farewell. And then Friday I'm not really doing any. I'm probably not going to go into work. And then Monday I'll go in to pick up my paperwork so I can start the road trip.
It's amazing.
It's going to be fun.
How much time do you have to get home or get over to California?
Ooh, we just went dark. 8 days.
You have 8 days to get over there?
8 days to make the
Enjoy
trip
that,
cross
man.
country.
Jeez.
There's the hand.
What? Well, that's the thing about it, though. Like, they give you 8 days to do that, but you get 8 days of per diem to do that.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
then,
they pay you 8 days.
Yeah, that's also not counted against you as leave.
Come on.
So that's
Yep.
8 free days to transition over across country. They're going to pay you extra every day that you do that for mileage, for food, for everything. And then you can still take the full 30 days of transfer. You only get charged
Yeah,
for
we're
8
not
of them.
we're not doing that. We might, I think in total
Does
we'll
that count
probably only
against you
take about.
somehow?
So you get the 8 days free, and then anything past that is charged leave.
Ah,
So you can eat into your, I mean, I have the leave on the books, but I'm not going to use it.
sure.
I'd rather save it for something else. We
Right.
might take an extra day or two once we get there before I check in, just to, get settled. But yeah, there's the other hand. Hello.
And ladies and gentlemen, this
Yes,
episode's hand
this is
motion.
today's rally point.
Rally point.
Rally Point.
Rally Point.
Um, but yeah, so we'll get settled in, and then start the next chapter of this new unit. But it's honestly it's been interesting up to this point. It's been pretty like, just these last couple weeks, like getting the house packed and getting the everything moved out. Like I walk through it now, and my voice echoes off the walls because it's just
Because there's nothing in it.
there's nothing in it.
Yep.
But it's
That's what it
good.
sounds like in my head.
And some noises,
Make some noise up in here.
but yeah, Liz is saying once you have the military move you never want to go back to doing it yourself.
It sounds lovely, but then again,
Yes.
I don't want somebody else touching my stuff.
Yeah.
But then again, I also married a minimalist, and so I could pack the house myself in a day. So
See, that's awesome.
yeah, it's kind of sweet. It's kind of sweet. They did pack our TV with a broom and a lamp. Oh, well, that stinks. And a bag full of trash.
Yeah.
And they bought him a new one.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the thing.
so they insure everything. So if there's anything that they do break, you show them that they broke it, and they'll either replace it or give you the money to replace it.
So they bought you a new TV?
Yep.
Let's go. Thank you very much. Or as you all like to hear, thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service. Thank you for your support.
Alex shakes his head. Yeah.
I'm so looking forward to retirement.
Yeah, I hear you. I still got, I don't even know. What am I, 41? I'm 41. I've got 26 more years.
Counting.
Yes.
It'll be there before you know it.
Oh,
think-
don't rush it, boys. Don't rush it.
No.
Wow, what do you
Enjoy
mean?
it.
I got
Not
like
for
five.
me. You guys are fine.
I got less than 5.
Yeah,
Enjoy it while you can.
that's right. That's right.
Well, Patrick,
Yes,
I think you're up, good sir.
it is my turn. So I got to experience something that the Salvation Army blesses its officers with. So when you serve with the Salvation Army as an officer in the South, I've learned this in the South, or actually, I think any of the 4 territories in the States, after your 8th year of active service, they offer you the opportunity to go to the Holy Land on an educational tour. So you go to Israel, you experience Tel Aviv, you experience Jerusalem, you experience all of that beautiful stuff. We really need to be thinking about Israel right now and the craziness they're
I'll
going
say pray
through.
for them.
Seriously, man, God bless them. But we got to experience that back in 2012, and that was a beautiful trip. Well, after your 18th year of service as an active officer, they offer you the opportunity to take another educational tour, and this one is called The Footsteps of Paul. And Paul is the apostle from the New Testament who, in the beginning parts of Acts, is converted miraculously. Crazy thing. Check it out in the Bible, y'all. But his conversion leads him to go after and take the gospel to different parts of the world at that time that had never experienced it. And they're called missionary journeys because he's a Jew, but he's also a Roman citizen, And so we got to experience Athens, Greece. We also got to experience a lot of Turkey. That's the country Turkey.
Uh-oh.
Did we lose you?
I lost you. We had the country turkey, and then I got nothing else.
The country
Did you
turkey.
get... I think you got unplugged, maybe.
Check,
Nope.
check, check.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
Hey, hi guys. So, love this mic. It's having wonderful times. My computer doesn't like it. But Liz says we got turkey. Wonderful.
We got
Got to go to the country Turkey and experience 4 of the 7 churches that Jesus told John to write to in the book of Revelation. And one of my favorite churches out there is called the Church of Ephesus. So we got to go to Ephesus, and that place was awesome. Again, all of these are ruins, by the way. So, ladies and gentlemen, these are not active cities anymore. They are ruins, and got to experience their history, and not only their history, their church history, but also their history before and their history after. And really, really awesome experience. Then from there, we got on a boat. We got on a cruise ship called the Celestial Celestial. I don't know, but gentlemen, this boat was older than me, and
Oh.
so it was a mode of transportation. It wasn't anything quote unquote pleasurable. It wasn't a pleasure cruise. It was, let's go to this island, let's go to this island, let's go to this island. Okay, get off. And with that cruise, we were on it for 3 nights, and we experienced the island of Patmos, where John was exiled, and received the revelatory vision, which we call revelation, and went to Heraklion and Crete and Santorini. Went to Santorini, and boy, is that a beautiful island. My
I love
goodness.
Santorini.
It's gorgeous. Some really good shots there. Then we woke up and found ourselves on the shores of Athens again. Went straight from the port to the airport and flew to Rome. And we spent 4 days in Rome.
Oh,
And gentlemen, I've never seen more. It was beautiful.
Yep.
It really was beautiful. We got there, and the first thing we did was unload our stuff in the hotel, get back on the bus, and they drove us to the Vatican. And we did the Vatican Museum, which then, if you walk it proper, which we followed a guide, you see a bunch of work, a bunch of marble, a bunch of tapestries, a bunch of frescoes, a bunch of just beautiful art. And then it ends in the Sistine Chapel. And we got to experience the beautiful Sistine Chapel with about, I'd probably say there's 3,000 other people in that room at the same time. Yeah, cheek to cheek and
Standing-
cheek to cheek.
You're standing like this, and you're like,
Guys,
really
it came to a
pretty.
point I was holding my neck like this to look up and look at the Sistine Chapel, because so the place, it's not just the ceiling, folks. It is every imaginable surface but the floor is covered in fresco. And it's covered in Michelangelo's fresco. So he did the ceiling in 7 years, I think it was. He did the ceiling in 7. He did the back wall, which is Judgment, and y'all need to check that one out, by the way. He did the back wall in 4. It was either 4 or 6. I can't remember. And then he did the other back wall, and it's just some amazing work. This dude, so most everybody goes, "Oh, Michelangelo, he painted the Sistine. Michelangelo, he painted this." Folks, Michelangelo is known for his sculptures. Like,
Yep.
this dude was a genius, and God blessed, because he made some amazing things. So we saw Michelangelo's Moses. In St. John's Basilica, we saw Michelangelo's La Pietra. In St. Peter's
Yeah.
Basilica, um, there's a whole hallway in the Vatican museum dedicated to this guy and all of his sculptures, and it's just it's so good, and all from single pieces of marble. Like you just, yeah, it's mind blowing
He
the
looked
amount
at
of
it and things
work.
came out of it.
Yeah, like it just, he knew, he could imagine, he could visualize what this piece of marble was going to be, and just, it's impressive. It really is impressive. Um, we saw there's 900 churches in Rome. I think we saw 852 of them. Um, we saw a catacomb that held over 300,000 tombs, but they think that there was over 500,000 who were entombed in those tombs because they had family tombs as well. And there was like 56 other catacombs scattered around Rome, and just unbelievable stuff. We with St. Peter's Basilica, we were also in St. Peter's Square. Saw the
Papal.
papal apartments from there. We were supposed to go to St. Peter's Square on Saturday, but ended up going on Monday because on Saturday, uh, the Pope was choosing new cardinals,
Yep.
and that was happening at St. Peter's, and so that kind of got squashed for us, obviously. Went into a couple monasteries in Turkey. No, not Turkey. In the islands. Uh, yeah, it's guys. I am so blessed to be able to experience this thing. So let me break this down to you. So when we went to the Holy Land, it made me fall in love that much more with the gospel
Mhm.
because of being able to see the places, stand in the same relative places, stand in the same area. Like Carrie and I will tell you that we'll go back to the Holy Land tomorrow if possible. Especially now, for what they're
Yep.
going through. But we felt like we were home. And this trip, this trip uh gave me more tools in understanding the culture and the context of what's going on. This may not be anything new to anybody else, but it was to me. I did not realize how much the churches whom Paul wrote to, so Ephesus, Philippians, Corinthians, um, Thessalonians, you name it, all those different places, how many of those were dealing with on a daily basis the residual effects, the residual buildings of Greek and Roman mythology. And so when you go to these places and you see that in Ephesus there was a temple to Artemis. When you go to Corinthians and there's a temple to Aphrodite, and there's a temple to um shoot, Apollos. When you go to these places and you see the remnants of these temples right there in the city space and their involvement with the day-to-day stuff. Aphrodite, for those not in the know, Aphrodite is the goddess of love, and eros love, erotic love. And so up there, their form of worship, it's absolutely detestable to what we as Christians, what we're told to avoid, right?
Yep.
And yet, with the love of Christ and the gospel message that Paul brought to Corinthians, to Corinth, it brought those individuals into the body of Christ, saved and sanctified. Hallelujah. But you still have baggage. You still have struggles. You still have those thoughts. You still have those temptations. We're all flesh, right? And so, real quick, I'm going to say this. And so, folks, I know we might have some children listening. So, caveat, I'll give you a wave. But up with the Aphrodite temple, there were temple prostitutes, and temple prostitutes, in order to uh, be on notice that they were what they were for that temple, they would shave their heads. They were required to shave their heads. So women who were temple prostitutes had a shaved head. Everybody with me? When these individuals were exposed to the grace and the love of Jesus Christ, and they accepted Jesus as their personal savior, they were brought into the church. But folks, we know that hair doesn't grow overnight. And so Paul wrote to the church of Corinth that when women come into the church, all women need to cover their heads. What does that do for the individual whose head is shaved? She's waiting for her hair to grow back, compared to the woman who is a part of the church already. What does that make them? It makes them on even ground. It's not something about a respect thing. It's not a thing that they have to do in order to worship. No, this was so that everybody was one in the body of Christ. Doesn't that just blow your, like, I'm getting
That's
goosebumps here, guys. Like, this is the stuff that I would not have made the connection had I not experienced it firsthand. Like, I could stand in Corinth where Paul, they have this thing called the Demas, and this is where Paul was quote unquote put on trial in Corinth. And I could turn and look over my right shoulder, and I can see the Acropolis, the high place of Corinth, where the temple of Aphrodite was. And these connections are just unbelievable and so exciting, and just like, it makes so much sense. So, with that being said, as a pastor, as a preacher, as a teacher of the word, I feel like this trip truly has helped me to better understand things and want to dig deeper into the culture and context of what we know, what we preach, and who we are. So, there you go.
I
Sorry if
love
that
it.
took folks on a different trip, but I'm
You're good,
excited,
man.
and I can't stop smiling because what a blessing.
It's okay. You're
So,
good.
good to go.
Yeah.
Good to
And
go.
the food.
Oh my goodness. Oh my god. So in Greece, okay. Um our main guy, his name was Dimitri. And Dimitri loves his country. Loves his country to a fault. And
Yep.
he he knew who we were, but wine was always on his mind. Um because his country is a lead producer of grapes and olives
Yep.
and olive oil. And so the food in Athens, I took a picture of it every time I sat down. Why? Because it was so good.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I have never in my life had grilled olives before this trip. Gentlemen, grilled olives has changed my life.
Yep.
Need to find these stateside, okay? Um, Turkey. I have never had kebab so good in my
Yeah.
life before Turkey. Turkey has some of the best kebab. I had one Turkish coffee. It ruined me.
Yep.
Okay. It ruined me. Love it and I want it. Turkish coffee.
And then you want to learn how to make it, and you're like, oh, that's
Mm,
hard.
It's hard. Yeah. 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 And then Rome, margarita. Margarita pizza.
Yep.
Yep.
It's not made as a margarita.
Nope.
It's margarita. That's quality. And gelato.
Yep.
Yes.
That's all I'm saying. Like, I think I ate
You
my
need
weight
not say.
gelato.
Yep.
I think I ate my weight, my weight in margarita pizza, margarita, and I've got to find grilled olives here in the States. I got to find them. So I bet you if I went to Whole Foods, I could probably grilled olives.
I bet you if you look around, you're in Atlanta.
I am.
There's gotta be a traditional
restaurant?
Greek restaurant that
Absolutely.
probably has them on the menu.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So there was a Greek restaurant over by where he was staying, over towards Stone Mountain. I might need to make a visit out there on an off day and see what's up. So yeah, that's legit. Good call. Good call.
That was my
Ah,
Brandy and I spent 3 or 4 days in Rome before we went on our cruise, and you're hitting all the same spot. Like
it's
for me, it
worth
was the history, history made real. You
Yeah.
know, people talk about the Colosseum, and the Colosseum is beautiful, and you don't put two and two together of understanding like this building is over 1,000 years old,
Oh yeah.
and it's still,
Yeah.
and you can walk into it, and you can see the spots in the walls and see where the marble used to be, because this
Yep.
building used to be a gleaming white gem in the middle of Rome. And then after the fall and the rise of the church,
Yep.
the guides will say, do you want to see the marble of the Colosseum? Head over to the Vatican. It's over there.
Yep.
Because they pulled it all off and they used it to make, to put the facades and when they built the churches.
Oh yeah.
But to see that, to be able to see it, and to experience the history, and
It's good
understand
stuff, man.
the things that happened, it was just, yeah. And
So
of course, go ahead.
I did wear on the day we went to the Colosseum the Roman Forum, the Roman
Yep,
Forum,
the Forum. Yep.
and I also went to Trevi Fountain.
Trevi Fountain.
I wore my Brothers in Arms shirt. So Trina, shout out. You've been to Rome. Oh, this hat too. This hat was all over Athens and Turkey, and this was my heat shade. So, anyways, but yeah, Roman Forum, that was quality. The Colosseum. We saw all three arches. We saw the arch to Constantine. We saw the arch to another dude and another dude. So we saw
Titus was one.
we saw all three arches of Rome, and yeah, some really cool stuff. So yeah, I should share some pictures. I should share more pictures on our Instagram page. I'll do that.
Okay.
I'll post those later. Probably not tonight, but tomorrow. So punch those out there.
See?
Cool beans. All right. Where are we at? We're at 48 minutes. So
Yes.
the question I have for you, gentlemen,
Because it's your week.
it is my week. So both of these, I think I'm going to share the other one next time. So, you ready for this?
Send it.
Gentlemen, question for this week is this. What would you do differently if you knew nobody would judge you? What would you do differently if you knew nobody would judge you? Kind of an unfair question because we got family that listens to this.
We
But
do, in fact.
yeah.
My wife is currently listening.
Uh-huh. So, what would you do differently if you knew nobody would judge you?
You know, when you ask me that question, I think of it in the context of like, what would I have done differently?
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know. For some reason in my head, I think like, how would
so
I
in
be
the
different?
past and not current.
Yeah, not
I
not
got you.
in, um, because for me, like, it took a long time to come out of my shell and be
Mm.
me.
Comfortable?
Like
Comfortable being you? Yeah.
I I wish I wish I had started younger, just being me
Mm.
and not having the fear of like how someone's gonna think, you know, you know, how someone's going to judge me because of who I am as a person, how I act. Like, I'm just me, and I'm gonna be happy being just me, and I
Yeah.
don't need your uh I don't need your judgment
Mm.
because I'm just gonna be myself. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's how I think about it.
No, I like it. I like it. Absolutely. I like how you kind of took the question and made it your own.
See,
Yeah, that works. That works. Alex,
I guess we're gapping it tonight.
we are gapping it. That sounds good.
That works.
Yeah.
All right.
Liz says no lawn work for the bees, and because lawn work sucks.
Oh,
Yep.
that's a
That's
good
not
point.
mine.
No.
No.
I mean, that's safe. I
Yeah.
like it.
No, it's not mine. That's hers.
No, yeah, definitely. Sure.
I definitely probably wouldn't have cared as much in high school if I did,
Mm.
in all honesty. Because regardless of everything else, I'd probably still end up doing the same thing I am now.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I'm the youngest of three. There wasn't really any college money by the time I came around.
There
So,
wasn't any college money here either, boss.
exactly. So there wasn't anything left by the time I got there. So I'd be in the same boat that I am. And you know, I pick things up pretty easily. I'm not gonna toot my own horn.
Mm.
So I'm pretty sure that I could have gotten either a GED or something pretty easily, and then just gone and joined the military.
Mm.
And then this has afforded me so many different opportunities that, I mean, high school just seems like one of those things that didn't matter.
Mm.
So,
Nice.
but stay in school, kids.
Stay in school, kids. Stay in school.
Yeah.
How about you, Patrick?
Oh, I would definitely not change anything about the direction of my life and what I'm doing, because I truly I feel like I'm in God's will, and I feel like I'm fulfilled doing what I'm doing. But I think I would put in for a transfer for other places. Um, I love the South, and I love my wife, and I love her need to be close to family. But if that weren't the case, and I wasn't worried about the judgment, if you will, I would love to serve in another part of the country. I'd love to serve in a way that would open us up to other avenues of I'm not saying advancement, but open us up to other avenues of experience. Um, Being out west this summer really changed, really broadened my perspective of what our country is. Yeah, you look at we grew up on cartoons, we grew up on Looney Tunes, right?
See?
Absolutely.
Bugs Bunny, Elmer Fudd, all that jazz. And everything we saw about the West was cacti and painted desert type stuff with an occasional brushwood or bush thing rolling across the prairie.
Bush.
The West is not like that.
Tumbleweed.
It is huge. It is gorgeous. It is mountainous. It's beautiful. And I would love to do what I do now in a place like that. I really would. I would love it. But we're here and I'm grateful to be here, and that is that. So
Amen.
yep.
They have canyons that they say are grand.
Yeah, with an E, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Imagine that.
Mm-hmm. It's like town with an E. It's just weird.
Townie.
It's weird.
Are you a townie?
No.
No.
Not a townie.
I'm not a townie either.
Not a townie.
No. Oh, on the flights, because we had 8 of them. I watched 7.5 movies.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So one of my favorites, this is going to sound really weird, but I watched The Last Indiana Jones. And he did good. Harrison Ford held up. And it was okay. I think you'll dig it. I watched Belfast, which was an interesting movie. About a little Irish town and a little Irish boy. And what was the other one? The half of the movie I watched was John Wick. After he beats up the first 40 guys, the rest of it is the same.
Didn't do it.
It's a movie
Yeah.
of gratuitous violence.
Yeah,
Yes.
and magazine flips. Like
Yep.
I saw him flip so many. Where does he keep getting magazines?
His
Anyways,
belt.
his belt carried like 3.
It's magic.
It was magic, including his jacket.
Yep.
Dude didn't get shot the entire movie until the end.
Yep.
So,
They explained that in the second movie. It's a Kevlar.
yeah.
Suit.
Well, when he kept pulling it up above his face, yeah, I got you.
It's Kevlar.
It's Kevlar. Yeah, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
My
explained
favorite part about that movie is when he took it off for the final duel and all the bullets fell out. That was funny. That was funny to me. Like, he took off his jacket, then he took off his vest. Clink, 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 clink. It was funny. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, and I watched Super Mario Bros.
And?
Don't.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, don't.
Too bad.
Don't. I'm getting a reversible jacket for Christmas.
Are all the bullets going to fall out?
No, I just can't wait to see how it turns out.
Did you hear
No.
about the red and blue ships that collided?
We were told in summer class not to make purple.
Purple?
All the sailors were marooned.
Oh, marooned.
I'm offended.
I told my wife, did you know Old MacDonald's farm had been taken over by ChatGPT? AI? AI. Oh.
My neighbor gave me a new roof for free.
Yeah?
He said it was on the house.
I was on the house. Yeah. After kissing my wife on the sofa, she said, let's take this upstairs. Okay, I said, you grab one end and I'll grab the other.
Did you hear about the
Spicy.
teenager? Did you hear about the teenager who failed his driving test?
No.
Yeah, he thought it was a crash course.
Oh.
What do you call a wizard who's good with ceramics? Harry Pottery.
All right, folks. If the number 666 is considered evil, then 25.8069758 is the root of all evil.
Oh man.
I understood that reference.
I'm so glad you did, Alex. Just for you, buddy.
Thank you.
How did Benjamin Franklin feel when he discovered electricity?
He was shocked.
He was shocked.
He was shocked. In Germany, they even have a sausage made out of other sausages. It's the worst of the worst.
The worst of the worst.
Yeah.
When I die, I want my ashes placed into an hourglass for my family, so they can check on me from time to time.
Oh.
Why did
Soft-
the bed wear a disguise?
Sheets?
No, it was undercover.
Oh. Softball, fellas. What do lawyers wear to work?
Ties.
Yeah. Lawsuits.
Lawsuit.
Lawsuits.
Yep.
Meh.
What do you call a monster with a high IQ?
A monster with a high IQ?
High IQ.
I don't know.
Frank Einstein.
The eye raise is what got it for me. Thanks, G. Frank Einstein. Not sure if my sister knows any geography, but Alaska.
Oh man.
That one broke me.
Yeah. Last one, G.
Potato.
Oh, that's not your potato.
Nice.
Spicy.
Spicy.
He's still looking, folks.
I haven't
Yeah.
found one that's jumping out at me.
I like this one. Stephen King has a son named Joe.
Joe Mama?
I'm not joking, but he is. Yeah.
Why don't scientists trust atoms?
Always, no, it's negative. They're always
No.
splitting. They're divided.
Because they make up everything.
They make up everything.
Mm.
Budum-tsss.
Budum.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 129 of Brothers in Arms podcast. We truly appreciate you hanging out with us tonight or whenever you listen to this podcast or watch it on YouTube. Thank you so much for those who have been doing so. It really helps our numbers and really helps our egos too to know that we're getting listened to. So thanks for that. But again, this is episode 129. We hope that you have a wonderful week because that's our plan. Greg might be traveling next week about this time. Is that the plan, Stan?
No, I'll still be here.
Okay.
But I'll be packed up and I might be podcasting from the phone.
Okay.
It
We'll
might
see.
have to be Saturday night because I got to be at work on Sunday night.
Noted. So it might be Saturday, folks. And if that's the case, look for us, please.
See?
And you can find that on Twitter, where we tweet out when we're going to meet out. That's at Your BIA Podcast. You can also find us on Twitch. That's where we do this thing live, twitch.tv/Brothers in Arms Podcast. You can find us on YouTube, and that's Brothers in Arms Podcast, all one word. We still have a Gmail, folks. Yes, we do. Your Brothers in Arms Podcast at gmail.com. And you can also find us on the Instagram, Brothers in Arms Podcast. So that about wraps things up for us tonight. Gentlemen, any parting remarks before Alex hits that magic button?
As always, Drink your water. Change your socks. Take your
What if you don't wear socks?
wash your feet.
Spicy.
Yeah, spicy.
Why is it spicy?
I'm writing that down. Wash your feet.
Wash feet.
Alex,
I don't really have anything else outside of the usual.
support your local game stores.
Support your local game stores.
Amen.
Yeah, nice.
Here.
And folks, travel. If
Oh, yes, please.
if the Lord
Get
gives
out of
you a
the-
chance, get out of your house, go see something. Because I promise it will change something in. So, yeah.
Leave the country if you can.
Oh, definitely.
Get out of the U.S. Go somewhere new.
Yeah, where they don't speak your language.
Oh yes.
And then see how that goes. Oh, yeah.
If
a
that's
good
the
learning.
case, so Google has earbuds now that have Google Translate in live time.
What?
Yes, they're like Google Pixels earbuds or something. Yeah. So, folks, for those of you guys who have read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the babblefish is real.
Babblefish.
That is cool. I didn't know that.
Yes. So if you're doing that, wear earbuds, smile, and laugh while they talk crap about you.
I hear you. I love it. Oh, and with love, gentlemen, thank you. It's been real.
Your microphone went out at just the right time.
Oh, did it? What did it
Yeah.
say?
Just
I'll have to listen back to it. I
yeah.
can do that. Yeah, no problem. No problem. All right. Love you guys.
love you too.
Good night, everybody. Have a wonderful week. We'll see you on Saturday.
We'll see
Enjoy
ya.
your week.
Enjoy your week.
Goodbye.
And
And the hand.
the hand chop. No, relay. No, what'd you call it? Rally.
Rally point.
Rally point.
Rally point.
Rally point.
Rally point.
Night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Goodbye.
Go. Whoa, spicy.
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 Sorry to all those who are using headphones. Bless you.
I'm wearing headphones.
I'm wearing headphones. He is not.
No. Sorry.
No.
Meh. Meh.
I could hear that one.
Meh.
It was
Definitely.
my mouth.
Mine wasn't. I farted too.
Silent.
It's always deadly.
All right. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Good night. Bye.